After many years of having an extremely unappealing media center courtyard, Stanford High students took action and renovated it into a beautiful area that anyone can hang out at. We spoke with Alejandro Ross and Miss Karlson for more information. Hi, I'm Abby Guttman, and I'm here with
Tara Karlson.
So, I heard you were heavily part of the courtyard renovations. Can you tell me the story behind it?
Sure. About 2 years ago, I want to say, we were looking at this courtyard and noticing that it was basically poison ivy, and we needed to do something about it. And shortly thereafter, Alejandro Ross, who was part of the class of 2019, went to Ray Manka and asked to do a renovation as part of his Eagle Scout project for Boy Scouts. During the 2018-2019 school year, Alejandro organized students and adult volunteers. He planned plantings and these chairs and got the weeds removed. Although, to be honest, the poison ivy, there was definitely City of Stanford involved in that part. Regular weeds that don't make you itchy got removed by Alejandro and his group. And then we put in ornamental grasses throughout the courtyard, and we filled in holes and divots with soil and seeded them with grass seed. Then in the summer, I got an email from Lisa Butler and the School Governance Council about doing a project with Nicolette from SPEF and AXA Capital from Greenwich. And they came in with Mike Boletsky from the Bartlett Arboretum, and they added even more stuff into this courtyard, which you guys see behind us with this cool chalkboard. And around us that you don't see was added perennials to attract butterflies and native bees, a raised bed herb garden for the cooking classes, and a dogwood tree to reestablish a memorial garden here in the courtyard. And so far, that's it.
What would you say is the biggest challenge in creating this whole thing?
The biggest challenge is to find plants that will grow in here with really low maintenance, and to be able to orchestrate all the different groups to keep this a usable outdoor classroom. So we want students to be able to come out here either with teachers as just an alternative setting, or during study halls, or when they're in the library, just to have some free time out here. But in order to make that happen, this needs to be a safe, usable place, and that means we need to make sure that the area is maintained. We also have to make sure that we don't make it too noisy, because you're kind of in an echo chamber and we don't want to funnel sound up to other rooms. And we also have to make sure that the poison ivy doesn't come back.
Yeah. What would you say is your favorite part about it so far?
The best part about it, or my favorite part, is that that it's getting used, that people are coming out here. Ms. Marquisio got these little stones to write affirmations on, and kids are painting them and putting them out here. She has access, she's the person with the keys, she and Miss George have the keys, and they are very willing to let us come out. And just the interest that you guys are seeing, like the fact that you guys want to be out here, it makes this great.
Yeah. Well, it's very beautiful.
Thank you.
And thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me on.
Eagle Scout project, the Stanford High School Courtyard Refurbishment project, was a very long and tedious process, if I have to say and be honest. It started out, it was my plan to be an Eagle Scout project. So what that mean is it had to be strictly bureaucratic. I had to get many permissions, proposals, everything. So what I had first had to do was to write a multi-page document regarding the permits needed, the materials, how I was going to fund it, who were going to be my volunteers, what exactly I was going to do, etc. Once I had a basic idea, I spent some time with Menka. This was the spring and fall of 2018. We spent a few times talking about what exactly I was going to do, how I was going to do it, and once he gave me the okay, I sent the proposal down to the council, which also gave me the okay. But at the same time, this was ending towards the fall, winter. I couldn't plant any plants because it was the winter, and I was getting swamped by college essays, so that could not happen. So then I delayed it to the spring of 2019. Once spring started rising, I could now finally plant plants, grass, etc. So the first thing I had to do was get everything. Miss Karlson really helped me. Props to her. Without her, this project would have been totally a mess. She helped me point out poison ivy, recommend grass seed, recommend the fountain grass. She even bought the fountain grass for me. Everything. She was an amazing help. So once we had all the materials, it was time to do the project. Over the span of about 2.5 months, I had quite a few volunteers, both scouts and students, help me do the project. We split up into 3 phases. The first phase was basically take out all the ivy off the walls and start putting more dirt. Second phase was plant grass and the fountain grass. And the third phase was to paint and build these Adirondack chairs that you see there. So once that was all done, I took a bunch of photos. I talked to Menka, said, hey, do you like it? He said, yes, absolutely. I sent it over to the district. I said, hey, is this done? And they said yes, and that was done. I also want to give a massive thank you to Mr. Menka for providing me this opportunity to do. It was very fun, very educative. Yeah, and I also want to point out, thank you to Home Depot, thank you to Rings and Darien. They both supplied quite a lot of materials for the project for free. And thank you to everybody that helped. I'm glad I could leave a mark in Stanford High. And I really hope you guys use it.